Hey you folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Communist Yugoslavia. We're in a war against both the Axis and the Allies, and things are going pretty well. We haven't really put a dent into the Allies. We just mostly held off against them while we took advantage of grabbing a few smaller countries over here. I don't remember, was it Greece or was it Romania that started us against the Allies? I'm not sure. We push as far as we kind of can here without dedicating a more solid force because there are a lot of British troops holding the line, stopping us from reaching Cairo. But I don't really think they'll have much of a chance of pushing back. I mean, we could easily fight a sort of defensive fallback thing if they decide to make a push. So I'm not too concerned about this. Meanwhile, in Erp itself, we've almost taken care of Italy proper. This is certainly going to go the heel of the boot over here. I don't know if we'll be able to make the water crossing. It'll depend on how many troops exactly are in Messina. We'll see how that goes when we get there. I suspect there's a good chance what we might do is just pull off a couple of divisions, park them right in here in the toe, and then use the rest of the troops in the Silver Group to go and push through northern Italy and into southern France over here. Meanwhile, Pink Group here has moved from, I don't remember what front they were on. I think we were helping to push out over here, and now what we're going to do is we're going to push west of Berlin into the rest of Germany and then start to break into France and see what we can do there. Now, I've noticed the UK have pulled away from here, so it's entirely possible the Axis will counter push and close out northern Italy, but I think we'll be able to respond to that if something like that happens. And the AI doesn't tend to start their battle plans very, very quickly. They tend to wait for a lot of planning and things, and sometimes they change their mind, which is pretty legit. Now, this is the first time I have played a session of Hoi 4 on patch 1.4 with Death or Dishonor since the patch notes came out. The patch notes came out late yesterday, at least the preview version of it, and reading through there's a few things I hadn't noticed. Like, the Prince of Terror, they added this plus 2% non-core manpower modifier to the Prince of Terror, so we're definitely going to be grabbing that for some extra manpower, because we have a lot of non-core territory, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I think we can go ahead and unpause. It's been a few days since the last time I played a session. Oh, just right away it goes to red? Really? I did just move some planes down here. We should hopefully be able to get some air support, like air superiority and close support as well, to give us a little bit of a boost here, just to finalize the push. There we go. Things seem to be going pretty well. We could have done a swap as well with our general to assign the one with the urban combat bonus, but I think it's going to be okay. Now, unless there's some transport, and some people are trying to get out of here, a lot of these are going to get stacked wipe in the end, because I think there's probably a limited number of people who can actually make the retreat to sea, and that'll be quite helpful. And if we take a look at Italy, they've got a fair way to go before they capitulate, actually. Alright, Silver Squad, your new front line is here. Your new offensive line is to push through to the back of the island over here. So make your way over and then try to push once you get there. We'll see. There's a good chance we won't be able to do it. We've got free dockyards. I guess we've taken enough stuff over here. We are building Class 1 destroyers, which are maybe have some use. We have tons of convoys. I don't care about that. I think we just don't bother with the dockyards. Because stuff we're going to make is pretty low, and like that's just going to use some of our gear. We did get some extra factories. We're starting a heavy tank production, which I mostly put in there as kind of a placeholder. I really don't know if we need any of that. The only thing we have a shortage of right now, well, fighters, yeah, and anti-tank over here, although the anti-tank situation's not too bad. What I should probably do, we've already got 2 full lines scheduled here. Mostly it's a shortage of rubber that's slowing down our fighter production, and the fact that these factories are new, so they haven't really come up to snuff. I don't know, I think I'll leave things be. I don't know if we'll use the heavy tanks as is, although what we may be able to do is, if we build them now, we can convert them, right? When we come out with a new model, so we can improve the production time, so it makes sense to stockpile even rank 1 production, I'm pretty sure. We have no close air support, and we are trying to use that a little bit. Oh yeah, but we don't actually have the tech for it. The only close air support is what we've gotten from someone else, I think. Either we captured it or we got a lend-lease. I don't recall at this point. That's okay. So we are low manpower, but I think we'll get there. How is Pink Squad going? Well, a little bit stopped. We could actually have prioritized taking Denmark, but I don't think we need to do that. This tank squad's actually in pretty good shape. You need to start moving, because this is not our original tank squads. These are our 4 motorized infantry, 4 light tanks. So they can actually cruise pretty well And there's currently no opposition over here. If we, you know, I wonder how close Germany is to capitulating. Because only core territory counts. Well, there's quite a bit left. Still, it might be worth sending my tank squad ahead to do something like that. And like this. Cut off anything that's in the pocket. There's a chance we'll overextend with this one, but we'll, I guess it's just a risk we'll have to take as everyone else marches forward here. Because, yeah, these bad boys should move pretty quick. You're going to go and finish that off. Is this set to a spearhead? I know it's possible some of these guys will lose their position in whatever once things get started. By that I mean, it's possible there's not going to be 21 divisions moving here, depending on how the front line breaks. Do we shrink the front line a little bit? I guess it's fine as is. You, rather than take a breather, literally just, like, rush to Frankfurt. And actually, I'm going to get you to rush down to Munich. I know it's kind of a skewed path, but it's probably worth the push. Oh, okay. Never mind. Change of plans. Everybody, halt what you were doing. And we're just going to bring the line down much lower, much smaller. Because German troops have reorganized, and this is actually going to be an actual front here. So we're still hoping that the Russians just bop everything over here and then meet up on this western front, because there's literally no Russian troops here with me. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know why, like, you're so slow to move. I even have you on aggro mode. You can take Hanover right away. Like, there's no reason not to. And then we can hold some space by the river here. And it looks like Hanover is big enough to count as urban territory. It's mousing over the battle plan, which is not what I'm looking for right now. No, I don't want the battle plan. I want to mouse over here. Yeah, it is urban territory. In urban territory, that combat is pretty tough. So our advance there is halted. That's fine. Down here, not a whole lot going on. Things are lag. Oh! Am I rendering video in the background? I am. I'm like, why is everything so goddamn laggy and slow? Ah, much better. Okay. Because I'm rendering video in the background, which uses my my GPU and everything, so it tends to make gameplay get pretty molasses-like. I guess you do that, and I'll grab one of you guys to do that instead. Just make this line nice and straight. So yeah, this may be a slight halt to our advance. I'm going to get you to just take Erfurt over here, just because we might as well. It is here. Actually, let's extend... Okay, you've got that. I'm going to get you... Take this, just so that we can take this side of the river. If we have to draw a line, we'll do something like that. Our advance is mostly stalled. Not everywhere, though, which is interesting. Again, we've got pretty good quality. There's a good chance that a lot of these divisions are severely lacking manpower. I suspect they're probably okay in equipment, but they're probably lacking manpower. You can actually, I think the bottom line's their strength, right? Yeah, the average strength is nowhere near. It's like 1/3, so they're fighting much crappier than they could be. So the number of divisions is a little bit misleading. They still have a lot of strength here, obviously, but it's not as bad as one might think. I'm going to get you guys to do this, actually. It looks to me like we can still make the run to Frankfurt. Okay, the Soviet troops are coming. It looks like this whole pocket has been resolved. Is there still like one little province there that's German Reich? Yeah, that's kind of funny. But the Soviets are coming. That's great. And it does look like Italy might be doing a little bit of counter-pushing here, which could potentially cut me off from supplies, but that's okay. What's really okay as well is we've punched through here, and there's really no troops guarding this area. So I'm going to go ahead and split you off now. We're getting a ton of attrition anyway. You know what? I'm going to swap generals. You're going to get the one with the urban combat. And you're going to get just the generic level 5 general, who actually is good in mountains as well. So Group Teal here is going to kind of guard something like that. And the idea will be to push to something like that when you get there. There you go. Get over there. You'll get over there with no organization, but I think you'll be okay. Alright, that's fine. Pink, how you doing? Okay, you did get stopped on your way to Frankfurt, but that's okay. I'm going to trim that back to something like that. That's fine. I don't see any other vulnerabilities right now, although if someone would like to go around here, that would be swell. this tank is actually pushing relatively well, even going across river. Again, they have lack of strength, which is good. And the thing with this tank battalion, or division, is that they do have more breakthrough over here. 278. Breakthrough is like free hit points. When you're attacking, it's like free hit points before you start losing anything real. And defense is free hit points on the defense before you start losing anything real. Hit points or organization. Dude, one of those things. So we could get some extra military slots if we do that. We could do this. We could get the tank conversion rate, which actually might not be too bad, or just, you know, more armor research bonuses, which I think is kind of where we're going to go over here. Yeah, huge bonus to anti-tank, but I don't think we're at the right time for one of those. So yeah, we'll just do that. That's shit. Actually, I should have not done this, because what I'd really like is more political power charging up. It's too late to change this now. Oh, you actually punched through over there. Fantastic. We'll be a little on the overextended side, but not the worst. This guy's moving around, but he's going to run into some Russian troops, so that's going to be okay. You're going to come here. It'd be nice to push right to the river. You might need to go and just assist over here, because it looks like... Oh, this guy's got no organization. Like, he's got lots of strength, but he's got... The Soviet troops over here have no organization. And we actually do have a little bit of retreat going on here, but... I need one of you to go stand over here, so we don't get pinched. Although, anyone standing in Frankfurt should mostly be okay. Because Frankfurt should generate some supplies. So, I mean, you can still get encircled and whatever, but you shouldn't be sitting there completely out of supply. So I'd love to grab that little bit, and again, hold the river on that one side. But, I could go and send some troops behind here. I'd have to leave Frankfurt at this point, and I'm not sure that's the right thing to do. But why don't we actually push down to Nuremberg, actually? We'll probably do that. I don't know. This guy's mostly going to get screwed somewhere along the way. Group Teal has arrived. Probably a lot of people waiting for reorganization. It's not as bad as I might think. I'm going to hit the play button. Oh, and Silver Group, you're completely done over here? Oh, that's fantastic. Then I'm going to get you to rejoin what is now the Teal Group over here. So you can run up here. You can help push into what's left of Italy. Speaking of Italy, how you doing? Very close to capitulating, which is going to be handy. Probably just Genoa. Would that be enough? 10 victory points? 15 in Milan. Ooh. You know what? There's not really anything there. I don't suppose you can just quickly... like, just rush Milan? Because there's not much there. I think that's probably going to be fine. Alright, meanwhile, over here, looks like we are going to grab Nuremberg. So that's swell. We're going to cross the river here with that one as soon as possible. We might be able to kill this guy. Like, we're full everything. We are attacking to the forest. They might be dug in a little bit. It looks like... no, you could go here. Because I was going to say, we can assist from Frankfurt, which started automatically. And that might be enough. And... that's probably not going to cut him off because he's running over here. So let's go just south and then here. Then we might be able to do something. Be nice if these Soviet troops would just run into Munich. They're kind of unopposed right now. It'd be really handy. We've got some planes that are still kicking around down here, and I think I can probably just move them to do something else now. I'm going to move them here and into the Alpine regions again to help out. So this is some close air support planes and some fighters. So just get a little bit of a perk. We might not quite be able to push in here. It looks like no. It looks like we didn't push that guy in either. But I'm going to go ahead and just right-click down to Munich. I think we might be able to make that run. Certainly the front line's getting kind of wonky, but that's okay. So who's not in the battle? You are not in the battle organization, so I'm going to join you to that front line. Excellent. Let's see if I can get you to make a run to Stuttgart. Or even, you know what might be better? Yeah, this. I'll just try to isolate these guys. Probably they'll start to run before that happens, but just in case. Let's go ahead and queue up some more fighters for now. Just to use up our factories doing something. That's going to be okay. Italy has capitulated, because we did hit Milan, and that was it. So we're going to get, a bunch of mobile things. That's actually quite handy. I'm pretty sure we could definitely make good use of that. Alright, Teal, you guys need to halt whatever you were doing before. And you need to do something like this. Now, pushing through the Alps is going to be tough. We have the right kind of troops for it. I mean, we're all Alpine divisions. But this might not be. But what kind of path is that? Hang on. Delete all your orders. Oh, there's sort of some funky ownership of some territory, so is that maybe what's confusing you? Let's just... There we go. Let's start with that. Because there's, when Italy capitulated, different people... I own some of these provinces already for some reason. I guess probably because of my war store contribution down here, and then it all tied into, like, who flips whatever. And then it's mostly allied troops over here. Alright, that's fine. You're trying to push into Munich. That's cool. Everything here is a little stalled. That's okay. I mean, we could maybe make a run through here. But with infantry troops, they're too slow, I think, to, like, really get that to work properly. You're actually going to try to do something like this. Because we might be able to get a nice little encirclement on those guys. And wouldn't that be swell? No template using the heavy tank. That's okay again. That'll be... Probably we're going to make heavy tank destroyers later on, and we can presumably do some conversion. Why are all my garrison units doing a strategic redeployment there? Had I grabbed, like, the wrong troops at some point? Probably that's exactly what happened. Okay, a little counterattack there. These lines are going to get kind of messy for a little while. Until we actually get here and stop the counter push and weirdness. Do we have any idea? It looks like they are fighting at full strength. So the British forces do have the manpower and equipment to actually properly be fighting at full strength. So yeah, the push through the Alps here would actually be exceptionally tough. What we might want to do is stop the offensive plan for a while. Just hold the line for a bit, get our full planning bonuses, and then make a move at that point. Anti-tank upgrades, great. What is it? It is late 42. We're going to hold off because we can get a 75% discount to the next anti-tank. So we'll wait for that. We do got a discount here to mechanize, which I will go ahead and take advantage of. Because ideally our tank cores, we're going to want to replace the mobile infantry that's with them with mechanized infantry. Considerably tougher. So you're going to move in and take that pocket. That's good. We're holding here. Not going to push through here, but that's fine. You're going to move up over here, which is good. This is a very long line. Oh! And we have cut them off here. It may, in fact, be worth telling Pink Group. Alright. You're going to delete that line. And then these guys here who no longer have orders are going to be put into a new army. With Sure, or Urban Warfare guy. I mean, he's pretty high rank as well. And we're going to consider doing a push into Denmark with you guys. It might work, it might not. Depends on how many supplies they're getting from, like, sea resources / victory points that they hold. But yeah, we might be able to get something done over there. Meanwhile, Teal. Alright, people have gotten into position, which is good. Friendly airspeed already good. River crossings, planning, not in position. But it might actually start to work. Now, they're getting attrition, which is interesting, although some of my troops are as well. Probably not quite as many. Let's go. I'm gonna say, at the very least, we can probably push there. So yeah, I really want 150 political power so we can take the Prince of Terror and get some extra manpower going on. There's a possibility of naval invasion in a few places. So what we could do is I'm going to grab these guys, make a new garrison group. Your job is to garrison just the ports in Italy. Is that all covered? I think so. So literally just the ports. Though you're going to need 17 dudes for that. We don't have 17 dudes. Do we want to trade up just more garrison type units? We may have to. I mean, we're a little shy on most things, but I think we're going to have to do that. Because one of the things in 1.4 is the AI is actually much better at naval invasions. We've seen that both in the multiplayer and in our own thing. After they do a naval invasion, they send crap tons of troops there now, which is not something the AI used to do. They used to invade and then just sit there with like one division, and that was it. You could easily retake it. But now a naval invasion is actually hugely scary and can really slow down our plans. So if we can avoid having that happen to us, that would be quite swell. We can probably get enough people contributing into an attack over here to get it done, although there are river crossings and all kinds of nonsense like that. We can come back to you, especially if we get tanks. It'd be nice if we could close it here, but taking Frankfurt and then encircling these guys would be difficult, if not impossible. We actually have a slight issue here, in that we might lose this position. I need to go and reinforce real quick, because then we would get some encirclement going on. You cancel your attack. There too. Okay, we're gonna be able to push it back real fast, which is good. You got a 48-hour or whatever grace period before you start to run out of equipment, so it's not as dire as it looks. But yeah, and I'm just gonna shift-click these guys, get them to go up there as quickly as possible. You can go and just finish off this little port here. Although if I do that, I guess we don't take these guys. So maybe I want to change things actually. Go and bop this. Yeah, you're going to go in behind and do that. Let's cut them off. I mean, they've got the port, but we can get a little bit of a surround, and then we can figure out what comes next. Okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, over here, good. We're no longer cut off. This is okay. We need to, we need Soviet forces here just to, like, add bulk to our lines, fill in some gaps. And yeah, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of movement here. Decryption, more decryption tech is good. Almost ready for some of this, not quite. Got a little bit of a boost to more excavation, but I don't think that's what we need. I might be building some more synthetics soon. I'm not sure. Want to start researching like experimental shit? You know, let's get the night vision. I know it's ahead of time, but it is pretty helpful because half of all battles... Well, I think a third. I think nighttime occupies a third in this game. But still, that's a lot of extra battles that will work a lot better. So we got a few destroyers over here who are just chilling. I don't know if it's like smart to send them out or whatever, but we're going to go ahead and do convoy protection in this area over here. Just in case there are any subs. I mean, these are only class 1 destroyers, so they're not going to be very helpful, but they can still do something. So mostly we're going to work to hold this line as much as possible, and hope the Soviets send in some numbers. I don't know what they're doing with all their dudes. Alright, that's going to work out okay. And these guys should just get bopped, and then most likely we can just run into Norway and finish it off. Especially with our faster tanks over here. We might actually just be able to go straight to Copenhagen with that one. We'll see. I'll probably... I don't know, I suppose I might just right-click. Maybe I'll right-click everyone up to Aarhus, and then see if I can right-click the tanks to Copenhagen. Taking everything along the way. Boom. Okay, you're done. So yeah, you guys right-click to Aarhus, except for the tank, which is going to right-click up to here. And we'll see if that happens. Now, Sweden's still being independent the whole time. Yeah, that's fine. We don't have any particular need to do anything there. What is the Soviet plan? Diversify the program. Is what, just a pro-science thing? Oh yeah, it's rocketry and stuff. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. Alright, not advancing there, but we are holding in a few places, pushing through here. That's not going to go anywhere quite yet, but yeah, see, we just need, like... We might actually need to send some garrison dudes there or something like that. That's a little crazy. Nearly out of manpower. We need that Prince of Terror. Yeah, I should have not grabbed... After modern tanks, I'm going to try real hard to remember not to take a national idea, so that we can accumulate political power a little bit faster here, if we can. So, mostly stalled out here. Possibility that something might happen. I mean, we're attacking from enough angles. But yeah, attacking to the mountains. And again, they've got everything. They're being pretty heavily attritioned here now, though. They're fighting into the mountains, and they don't really have as good supply routes. There's American troops over here, too. But yeah, pushing in here will be quite tough. Pushing to the north will be easier. I'm wondering if I should just stop the attack here and then take maybe a third of these troops out, because we can probably defend here forever. And I think that actually makes a lot more sense. First of all, I'm going to go and set you to a chiller, more relaxed rate. Then what I'm going to do is grab... do I want to grab the most experienced people or the least experienced people? I think we'll leave the most experienced people here. So grab a handful of these guys and tell them to move up there instead. Okay. So 19 is probably still way more than I need. It'd be great if we could grab nice. Sorry, I was trying to make a pun here and I ended up doing everything wrong. It would be nice if we could grab nice, is what I tried to say. But my brain was already thinking of the next step and did just the wrong thing. Let's bop this guy before this all collapses in and horrible things start to happen. It's slow with just one unit, but it'll have to do. And actually, we can do a little bit of encirclement potentially here. It'd be great if the Soviet troops would move somewhere along the way, but no. So they're still being attrition like mad. We're holding it. We've got some air support over here. Although, no! Because we have air superiority over the Alpine region, but not in southern France, which is where the fighting started. And I don't know. That's a lot of enemy bombers. I wonder, do we actually want to? I guess so. Well, no, because if we're just holding the line defensively, then no. We're just going to go and keep it in the Alpine regions, because that's mostly where we're going to defend. I suppose I could throw some extra stuff up in Western Germany / maybe Eastern France at this point? No, not quite, but close. You need to do this. And then that. Because that's going to cut off a lot of troops. Well, no, because they're going to retake some stuff over here. Our front lines have gotten extremely sloppy. They're going to get pushed to somewhere, but, I mean, they've got really nothing left. Yeah, actually. Do that. And then that. Clean this up. Thank you. I'm not pushing in there right now, but that's going to change soon. Here. Go ahead and throw in there. Because that should bop them. Apparently there's no connection between these two provinces, if you look at the front lines. Assuming I'm interpreting that correctly. It looks like they won't be able to escape over here. I hope that's correct. Meanwhile, I don't know where this guy's trying to run to either. There we go, yeah, eliminated completely. So you can just halt. We're going to tell Pink Group that you don't have to do this as your front line. You guys instead will be part of this division move. But I do need you to finish whacking this dude. Netherlands has capitulated, giving us some equipment. Okay. It's kind of funny when that happens. We've got military factories again. Well, okay, that's not entirely accurate because a lot of these are damaged factories. So it's not actually true that we've got them. Still could use anti-tank, still could use more fighters. Use some close air support, but we literally don't have the tech. You know what we should maybe do? Could we request license production? We need, okay, you have 1 million different variants of fighters. You have no close air support tech at all. Wow! That was a tank situation. You do have some class 2 tanks. I mean, we'd have to give up some medium tank destroyer. Ooh. We'd have to give up some amount of factories to do this. I don't know, maybe this is not the right way to do it. Again, we don't actually have these factories, so I don't really have to worry about it. I could build some extra anti-tank maybe, because we do still have a bit of a shortage of that. So let's throw in a queue just so that the error goes away, although ultimately it's not going to happen because we don't actually have the factories. They're too smashed up. What'll probably happen after we grab control over Europe, I mean, assuming that'll happen, but it probably will. If we could cut that guy off, that would be really nice. Because these guys would be isolated, at least for a little while. I wonder if I should pull back on some of these front lines. Probably. You guys aren't actually part of any group. There we go. No more red exclamation marks. No, that's fine. Over here, this seems to be going okay. Yeah, you guys are all gonna... Oh, you've already bopped him, so that's gonna be okay. Go and smash the rest of those guys. My tanks are... Oh, the tanks ended up over here, so we did get stopped on our attack, which is too bad. We can kill this guy off, that would be lovely. And let me delete all your orders. Set this as your front line. Keep going to there. Go. That's going to be fine. Although, you actually... Am I going to draw a front line over here? Because we're just going to get cut off. That's okay. We can swing back and then beat them up afterwards. It's going to be fine. Yeah, you guys just smash the shit out of those guys. And here, yeah, we are going to be forced to pull back, but I think we're going to be able to then whack them again. There's a threat of being cut off a little bit, but I think what we're going to do is just eliminate all these guys. Is that another province they control? It is. I think that's going to be okay. There's a little bit of risk to what we're doing, but I think it's manageable amounts. We could trim this front line down a little bit if I were making a move. See, we've given up Frankfurt again. I think I should focus on being a little bit smarter with my division placement, because the AI, like Soviets, are not helping out. You're gonna move into Stuttgart. I'm gonna get you to swing back over here. We're gonna bop this little group, try to keep this a little slimmer, because yeah, I don't have the troops to really spread out like mad, right? It's just not possible. You're not going to succeed in that push. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retake this, although it might mean doing up a little bit of the front here. Just to simplify the front lines. We got a naval invasion. Okay, but we've got troops there, so we're okay. Who's trying to do this? Is this Italian troops? I think that's Italy. Italy has capitulated my ass. Alright. We're currently losing here, what, to defend against in Stuttgart? And yet, no, I do want you to move there. I don't know why the AI decided suddenly that it wasn't the right solution. That's a little less than great. Okay, finish these guys off, and then you're going to go down here, because we are going to lose that front, but that's okay. Okay. So I'm still confused. Can't delete all orders. Can I not set a front line here? No. But I can say everyone to come down here. Except for one infantry. You're going to go and do that. Then come down in this vague direction. Then we'll just right-click and try to attack. Once they cross, we'll be able to make a proper front line. And these are... They're not German Reich units. So we'll actually have to get a little bit of info. You've got the river. It's okay. We're not cut off yet, although they're working on it in a second here. We might have supply problems for a second, but hopefully the grace period will be sufficient to let us retake that. Meanwhile... There's too many of them. I guess they haven't starved out enough. Okay, we'll just wait. Modern tanks. Okay, so we're not going to take another national idea quite yet, because we need to save up political power. Although we've got some manpower. We're not actually out of manpower, but it would be nice to get a little bit more. Stuttgart is here. I'm going to get you to halt because I don't like the strategic redeployment while you're on the front. Looks like these things have been bopped here now finally, so that's great. Meanwhile, down here, actually things are a-okay. I'm going to get you to halt that auto move. If you can get Odense over here, that would be quite good. Okay, mechanized. Belgium's capitulated, giving us a little bit more gear. Yeah, it's nearly 43. Let's go ahead and get this as well. Again, free military factories. But it's not true. We've got a bunch of, like, broken military factories, so we don't actually have to queue things up now. It's okay. So you're going to try to get a slightly better angle here. Yeah, so that did get cut off. And now you're doing a strategic redeployment to Kiel. Are you... There you go. I think you were trying to do some sort of redeployment by sea to the other side is what was going on here. Okay, and now there's no one there, so... Because they're going to get cut off too. Like, I don't know where they're hoping to head to at this point. Alright, so that's happened, but I'm a little bit more worried about these guys. Let's do that. This attack here obviously won't work, but the others will do things. You are going to keep moving this way, though. Because these guys should have no organization. We have plenty of organization. Maybe we can just finish that up. Yeah, I'm just trying to delay them at this point, is what we're looking to do here. These attacks aren't looking to accomplish a whole lot. I don't know, things might start happening, but there you go. Now they're properly cut off. They should get the encirclement penalty right away, even if they're not out of juice. Well, they are starting to get some attrition right away, which is nice. And that should eliminate this big group over here before they cause any real problems. That was a little tricksy for a second. Speaking of tricksy, so we again don't have Frankfurt. We're well secured on Stuttgart now, so there's that. I think over here, Teal Group, you're going to give up a few more people. To this push. Ooh. I didn't realize things were going so well in the north. A little, almost dangerous, though. I'm going to do this, just widen things out a little bit. And try not to keep my guys a little too overextended. The Soviet Union can get themselves surrounded or something. We'll see how it goes. Alright, and everything in here is done. That's great. So, likewise, you guys are going to rejoin the primary pink push. Hopefully, getting Germany to capitulate soon. They're really low. Just a couple more victory points, and we should be in pretty good place. Especially if we retook Frankfurt. How much is that worth? 20. Maybe that's what we should focus on. You know what? While it's very cool and sexy to rush into Paris, I think what we're going to do is we are, in fact, going to pull back on that line a little bit. I think we've got a hold over here. Ah, no, the Soviets have moved up. So, actually, I'm going to do this. And the offensive line... Yeah, just something like that. Get up, push to here, push to this river. If we take Essen and we take Frankfurt, I think that'll be the end of Germany. I think they capitulate. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode, which has gone on way too long. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys next time.